Hello! We're back, baby. And I'm coming in hot with this topic. We're talking about ease. So today we're going to cover 3 reasons why you don't trust ease in your life and how to fix it. Hi, I'm Athena, your local ease enthusiast, and I'm literally just going to get right into the video. Here's reason number 1 why you don't trust ease in your life. Because you saw the adults who grew you bust their heinies to give you a nice cushy life, and so you have internalized that success is only possible through the same level of struggle and hard work and labor that you watched your adults go through. Now I'm dedicating this to all the children of immigrants because, woo, boy, did we get a lot of this. Every Jamaican American has heard the story of your mother. As the 11-year-old little girl, she had to wake up at 3 a.m. every day. She had to milk the goats and pluck the geese, and she had to get her little brother ready for school. And you know that she had to walk uphill both ways, and it was 3 miles. She had to fight off bad men on her way. And it's that hardship that shaped her character, that helped her come to America and become the woman that she is today, who provided you the life. You see how comfortable you are? All of that is because she suffered for years and years to create a way where there was none. You can tell me if I'm lying. You can tell me, but I'm not. And you know it because you've heard that story thousands of times in your life. And by the way, if you've heard that story, you know what I'm talking about, or any version of it, give me a little like. Hit the little thumbs up, huh? So of course you don't trust ease. You haven't had a model. And it's not your fault, nor is it your adult's fault. That's just the way that things were. So how can we fix it? This is a very nuanced situation. But what I found to be most helpful is just this initial mindset shift to recognize that my parents worked as hard as they did so that I could live easier, so that I could have a better life. So don't waste their gift, their sacrifices, by spilling more of your own blood, by falling into the same patterns that they had to be in, because you don't have to be in them. You just don't. I realize that the only way that I can repay my parents, it's not the only way, but like the most significant way that I can repay my parents for all that they did, is to practice and commit to the fact that the trauma ends with me. The exploitation, the survival mode, the struggle, it all ends with me. I'm the last one in this bloodline who's going to deal with that, the hardships that they dealt with. And truly, I think that that is the best thing I can give them. And that's a choice you can make today. That's a choice you can make every single day. That you don't have to struggle to find your version of success. Reason number 2 that you don't trust ease is that being busy makes you feel safe and comfortable. Especially if you live in the US. Come on, productivity. And listen, we have the internet, we got Grand Crew, we got Abbott Elementary. Why would you ever listen to your own thoughts? Tuh, ew. So being busy, always being engaged in something productive, all of that feels really safe and comfortable because we have so much access to it, and also because that's kind of societally what's acceptable. So how do we fix that? Practice stillness. Okay. Stillness can be defined in however feels good to you. I always encourage defining words for yourself. So there's passive stillness, which I define closer to silence. I try to always have a few hours in my day where I'm not listening to anything or receiving any external stimulation like podcasts or music or other people's. I also occasionally do a tech Sabbath. So I'll go an entire day, it's often Saturdays, without looking at my phone or a computer or a TV. Then there's also active stillness, which can include meditation or journaling. I also think riding my bike, dancing, watching clouds, things where you're kind of actively choosing to just be still and deeply present in what is in front of you. And in other ways, stillness can be just practicing not being productive. So doing an activity just for the sake of that activity. The third reason you don't trust ease is because you've been trained to feel guilty about living your own goddamn life. Especially if you were socialized as a woman. If the idea of self-care autocorrects to indulgence in your mind, then you're probably suffering from SOS syndrome, which is service over self. Somewhere along the road, you started to believe that you can't actually be of service to others unless you're miserable. You started to believe that you can't truly serve people if you're having a good time while you're doing it. If you're living for yourself and pouring into your own cup. That's just conditioning for you. But the good news is you can deprogram this thinking. And here is how I started that process. I looked at times in my life when I was being a martyr, like Jesus on the cross type stuff. And I asked myself, without judgment, how much did I really help that situation? Oh, I gotta tell you, I did not like the answer. Because realistically, my emotional investment in a situation or my energetic investment in certain situations just didn't have an impact on ultimately the results. And that was a realization that I needed because I had this belief, again, I don't know exactly where it came from or when it started, but I had this belief that if I didn't get involved, everything would fall apart, and it didn't. Everything was fine. Can't get mad. That's in the past, and we're all learning. Every day we get to learn, right? All right, let's wrap this up. These are 3 reasons why you don't trust ease. Bing, bop, boom. It's not your fault. It's probably conditioning. And I want to leave you with a couple of reminders. Sometimes things will be easy for you. Sometimes amazing things will happen to you or for you without any effort on your part. Give yourself permission to trust ease. Give yourself permission to accept and seek out ease in your life.